In this video, I'm going to share what is possibly my all-time favorite result using the ELS Torah code program, and I'll tell you why it's such a special and perfect or ideal result. First of all, 2 Kings chapter 10 I've always thought was full of hints of Jethro, as in like the Kenites, kenizzites, rechabites, and all things Jethro. So when he pops up here in a beautiful small table in an ELS skip that you could actually notice with your naked eye just from looking at the text. So we have Jethro, Yitro, connected to one of his other names, Heber. So Jethro, father-in-law of Moses, is connected to this name Heber, which he actually shares with Moses. They both have this name. So we'll see how 2 Kings chapter 10 is full of hints of Jethro, and there are other little ELS Torah codes in this chapter as well. With this knowledge that they were in here, I was able to find one verse down from the one we just looked at. So very first verse, the first thing I noticed was Ahab has the same value as Hobab, which is one of Jethro's other 7 names. And then, in this word for the elders, you got a hint here of cainites, as in kainim. And then, if you take the entire word, it has the same value as the kenizzites. So the Kenites and kenizzites are both hinted at in here. And in fact, the elders and the kenizzites have the same value and the same letters. So you just switch up these letters slightly and you'll get the kenizzites. As you'll see here, very similar. We have the Kenite and then the kenizzite. And you can see how similar the constructions are. And Ahab, same value as Hobab, who is the father-in-law of Moses, and Heber the Kenite. So a few verses down now, we again have the same word, the elders, which are hinting at the Kenites and kenizzites. And then in verse 15, we actually have a Kenite. He went from there and he met Jehonadab, son of Rechab. This is the same person as Jonadab, son of Rechab. He just had a hey added to his name. Who else had a hey added to their name? So he saw and he met Jehonadab, son of Rechab, coming toward him. He greeted him and he said, "Are you as wholehearted with me as I am with you?" "I am," Jehonadab replied. "If so, give me your hand." He gave him his hand and helped him into the chariot. So there are many hints of Jethro and the Kenites and rechabites in this chapter. And they're putting it right in your face. So Jehonadab ben Rechab, as in the rechabites, he's the father of the rechabites who are cainites. Look at this form here. The resh, kaf, beit. It's the same form as the chariot. Rechab and chariot. Same root. And they are actually connected. So Jonadab is connected to Jethro, and we know that he is one of the descendants. In the meantime, however, they gave the land, to the children of Jethro, to Jonadab, the son of Rechab, the children of the Kenite, Moses' father-in-law. One of the descendants of Jethro was Jonadab, son of Rechab. And their thing was they didn't drink any wine. Then in the very next verse, they're giving you another massive hint. They're throwing it in your face here, folks. Hashem is saying, look at this. Okay, come with me, he said, and see my zeal for the Lord. And he was taken along in the chariot. Again, the chariot and Rechab, but look at this. Come and see my zeal for the Lord. Kana is related to Kenite, one of Jethro's names, Kenite. He was zealous, his zeal. He was zealous for heaven, and he acquired Torah. It's kana, related to Kenite. He was zealous for heaven. And you see here Chobab, the beloved son of God, Ruel, the friend of God, Heber, the associate of God. These are all names of Jethro. Kenite, zealous for God, and he acquired the Torah. So again, another hint of Jethro. And doesn't that sound exactly like what Jehonadab said here? Come with me and see my zeal for the Lord. It's the exact same thing. And then we have the family of scribes that dwelt at Yabetz, who was a Kenizzite. These are the Kenites who came from Hamath, the father-in-law, or the father of the house of Rechab. Father of the house of Rechab, as in Jonadab ben Rechab, the rechabites. And there's another connection here where they're further confirming this link between rechabites and cainites and chariots, because Sisera had some, or was well known for having some amazing chariots in his army. They're making a play on words. Chariots, cainites, rechabites. And of course, Sisera was killed by Yael, who is wife of Heber the Kenite. Then Jehu and Jehonadab son of Rechab came into the temple of Baal, and they said to the worshippers of Baal, "Search and make sure that there are no worshippers of the Lord among you, but only worshippers of Baal." So he's making sure that there are no God-fearers among them, because he knows that the Kenites and kenizzites often have to live among, the worshippers of idols. And we saw this another place in the Torah with Saul's warning to the children of Kenite to get away from the Amalekites, because something bad was going to happen to them. They were about to be destroyed. It's an echo of the exact same thing. Okay, so later on in the chapter, and this is where our ELS codes actually exist. The Lord said to Jehu, "Because you have acted well and done what was pleasing to me, having carried out all that I desired upon the house of Ahab, 4 generations of your descendants shall occupy the throne of Israel." Now let's do the easy one first. I said that Ahab was the same value as Chobab, who is Jethro. Let's start with the chet in Ahab, and then count 2. So start here on the chet, count 2, 1, 2. You get to a bait, 2 more, you get to a resh. So there's Heber, chet, bait, resh, and it's in a beautiful spot too, because it's in, this spot talking about Ahab. And then let's find Yitro. So right here, start with this Yud, move over here to this Tav, then count 8 more, Resh, 8 more, and you come to this Vav right here. So there's Yitro. Here, 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 and here. And notice how they're both right on top of each other. So Yitro and Heber are both right on top of the house of Ahab, which is related to Jethro. And then I noticed something in the very next verse. This just with the naked eye. 2 things. If you take this right here, where it says, "in the teaching of the Lord," or "in the Torah of the Lord," of the Torah of Hashem, in the Torah of Hashem, you can actually make out Jethro's name backwards. So Yud, Tav, Resh, Yud. Yitro is hinted at here backwards. Now, here is my, let's say, test for you. You can take this on as homework if you like. I'm telling you that one of Jethro's names is hidden in an ELS in 2 Kings 10, verse 31. Good luck.